All right, everybody. Custom amp, customer amp for John, who ordered a 4-pill 454. This is a pre-ordered amp. Again, guys, lots of pre-ordered amps coming in. Large shipment coming in this week, and still getting a lot of the pre-ordered amps in here. But neat little amp here, John. 4-pill 454 with SSB. Now, John wanted the option to add the 4-pin remote jack to it, and what that does is it allows him to turn his sideband on and off with the remote, as well as the power on and off. So, if you strictly want to use the remote, John, you probably already know this, but you put the amp in the off position right here in the middle, and then this is your sideband control here. That will turn your sideband off, and this is your power on and off. You can see that kills the power. Now, you don't have to use the remote. You can just use the amp power on and off as it is. Down will just be in AM only mode. Middle is off, and then up activate your sideband. And as you can see, the lights on the remote still correspond to the switch position, even if you have the remote switches turned off. Purpose of the video, we'll just turn it to the off position. Turn them both on here, and that will be sideband on, power on. So this has a variable output on it. These 4-pill 454s, my experience on them, you want to get the most output out of them. Hit them with 60 to 70 watts PEP. Now, we don't have enough radio to drive it to maximum output. We're just hitting it with a Connex. Dead keying about 3 watts on high and swinging about 50 watts PEP, and about 20 watts average, give or take. So, the numbers you're seeing here won't necessarily be maximum output numbers, but it is give us a good general idea that the amp is working properly. And on these, generally 450 to 500. Sometimes, you know, depending on the radio you hit them with, 550, 600. It really just depends. If you hit them with like a striker or something, you're going to see more power out of them. Like a 955 would probably drive one. I have seen people hit these with like 90 watts plus. They claim they haven't had any trouble. If it was mine, I would stay between 60 watts PEP and 75 watts PEP. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into the test here. We've actually got the supply on 15 volts right now, and we will turn it down here in a second, but these transistors, from what I've been told, will run safely at 15 volts, and I have sold a few of them that are running 15 volts. So here we go. We've got a 40 amp setting. Let's see what this guy's going to draw. Oh, 35 amps. Sideband delay is working good. I don't know whether you can hear it or not, but might be able to hear that delay there. We'll turn it off since we're not on sideband. But 35, 36 amps, and that was at 15 volts. Oh, let's scoot up here, and we'll test it on average power. Now again, we've got 3 watts dead key going in. Bottom scale is 1,000 watt scale. We'll go ahead and key up. So it looks like 3 watts is giving us a little over 10 watts carrier output there, dead key output. Just to double check that, let's put in our 100 watt slug. Actually giving us closer to 20, so I must have misread the scale a little bit, but 20 watts with the amp on, and then check it with just the radio. showing 2 to 3 watts dead key with just the radio. I do want to double check that just to be sure, because it has been a while since I've checked the radio itself. So let's put a 50 in there so we can get a little more accurate reading. So yeah, they're on the 50, the middle scale, showing about 3 watts dead key. So 3 watts going in, getting us around 20 out, according to our meter there. So not too bad. You could probably put a little more in it and be okay. But again, the radio swings 50 watts PEP regardless of the dead key. Okay, so that being said, let's turn our amp back on here. Turn it on with the remote. And let's get back on track. So 20 watts average swing going in. 3 watts dead key, bottom scale, 1000 watt slug. Hello, audio. Audio. About 195 watts average. And this is going to be PEP, bottom scale. Hello, audio, 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 audio. 450 or so, might be a little more. Hello, radio, radio, 1, 2, 3, audio test, 1, 2, 3, audio, radio, 1, 2, 3, audio. Again, we're not putting maximum drive into it, so right there in the parameters we would expect it to do. Now, let's go over here and turn this guy down. Remember, our little meter reads 1/10 higher than it actually is, so we're actually at 14.5 there. And let's just see if it makes any difference whatsoever. Now this is back on average power. We got about half a volt difference now. Hello, audio, audio, maybe a little less. One, about 190 watts average. And then PEP. Hello, audio, audio, audio. So you did see it fall down on PEP some. So audio, 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 audio. Went from like 450 or so down to a little past 400. Again, that's variable wide open. This way we can show what it does. We'll go back to 9 o'clock with it on the variable and show what it does cut down here. Hello, this is PEP, about 180 watts right there. Audio, audio, audio. That's at 9 o'clock. We'll turn it all the way down. Hello, 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 hello. 100 watts all the way down. So, that's all she wrote for it. Now, I will say this. Not everybody likes the variable being in there. And if you do decide in the future that you want this thing to do a little more, you can always bypass the variable. The variable does decrease the power a little bit, but it gives you the ability to vary your power. So, I always tell people, you do have the option, if you wanted to bypass that at some point. Most people like having that variable on there, but you do lose a little bit of power with it. So we bypass this variable. This thing's liable to jump up another 50 or 60 watts, you know, without padding down the transistors or whatever. So just something to think about. And anyway, 4-pill 454, John, I hope you like this thing, man. When you see this video, shoot me a text, let me know what you think, and I'll get together with you and make sure I've got your address and everything and get ready to box this guy up for you. I hope you like the way the remote and everything turned out. Just uses a 4-pin microphone connector to go in the back. You got plenty of cable there, so should be a good little unit for you. I don't remember what radio you said you were using. I think you got a Striker or something, but I think you'll be happy with how it does. That's it, guys. 4-pill 454 for John. A little bit of a long video, but wanted to thoroughly test this thing for him. Questions, comments, complaints, let me know. Shoot me a text, 423-299. 3535. Rooster in Tennessee. See you, bye.